My momentum trip was one of my favorite experiences in my whole life, and I'm so glad that I get to take this half an hour to be with everybody here. So, there is a ton of difficult news about coronavirus and about COVID-19. I hope you saw Dr. M's video yesterday where he answered a lot of clinical questions that I'm getting from my patients as well. But what I want to talk to you about today is Shalom. There is an amazing opportunity in this experience. There's a lot of struggle, and I don't mean to minimize that or the risks or the fear at all. But boy, do we have an opportunity. Have you ever wished that the world would just slow down for 5 minutes so that you could have an important conversation or a fun moment or a relaxing opportunity with your family or for yourself? Now we've got it. We're going to talk today about how we talk to kids about what's going on and how we manage our own and help them manage their fear and uncertainty. Because even for kids who aren't paying attention to what's going on in the world, and if they're under 8, they might not be, but if they're over 8, you can be almost certain they are. This is a time when they're feeling our uncertainty and our concern. And they certainly, no matter how young they are, notice that things are different. Even our pets have noticed we're around a lot more than we used to be. I want us to think for just a little bit about what we want our kids to learn from this experience. Some of the best, most reassuring news about COVID-19 is that it is affecting physically our healthy kids the least, meaning they can catch it, and kids who are at high risk for other reasons are certainly at high risk from this of getting very ill. But there is a lower mortality rate. They are not getting as sick. Do you know what the biggest chance that we have for this is to teach? Because what we know for sure is that, please God, our kids will all live through this experience. They, in their lifetime, will experience other situations filled with fear and uncertainty. And what they are learning from us now is how to manage that. So we have to, as my mom of blessed memory would say, begin as we mean to go on. We have to begin, and the first thing I want to talk to you about in our 3 strategies is structure. So some of that structure, I'm sure you've heard people say, is about having a schedule. And, if having a schedule that you pretty much follow and is posted on the wall wasn't useful, then every kindergarten teacher in the world wouldn't do it. But they do, right? Because structure and what's called previewing, knowing what's coming up in a microcosm sense, is really helpful, especially in a time where knowing what's coming up in a macrocosm sense is harder than it's been maybe